Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right. It's better than yours. I could teach you, but I'd have to charge. So this package here was sent to me by the company. I'm going to sit down. I'll tell you the story. If I whisper this real quiet, Pasta won't know what's going on. She's watching this right now, and she's going to look up the Puffin. She's going to look up the Puffin on Amazon, which sounds like a medicinal sleep aid, you know what I mean? But what this actually is pure, infuriating, murderous technology that Pasta will hate. She'll hate that. She might even never speak to me again once she finds out this is here, which I'm pretty sure she'll be here before she does this unboxing. And I probably won't show it off to her, but we're like T-minus 10 days from Pasta coming in. And therefore, is this a special letter to me? Hold on, this might be a special letter to me. Okay, so this is the email chain that I have with the creator of this. So this is called the Puffin. And what this does is destroy vinyl lovers from the inside, because it's a device that I found out it exists, and I found that it's sold on Amazon, and it's a few $100s. Like, that's why I wanted the owner to, or the creator to come. So it's a Phono DSP by Parks Audio, the Puffin. If you know anything about me and anything vinyl or record players or anything like that, it's like I own vinyl. I love vinyl for the art. I love vinyl for the sitting down and you can't change tracks. It's a nice process to go through. Like, I'm not an asshole. I'm not like, everything vinyl is only vinyl. So anytime I could improve the vinyl actual listening experience, you didn't see the whole move. My whole body did a thing. I'm going to pursue that. The problem with the Puffin is that it says Phono DSP, which, if you know what that stands for, the D is the biggest no-no when it comes to vinyl listening, because it stands for digital. So what this actually is a preamp. There's your input and there's your output. Let's actually get into it. And this one has toslink, because you have to order it specifically for what you want it to do. I mean, it'll still do analog outputting too after it, but I'm bad at boxes sometimes. Oh my God, look how cute it is. Look, please don't hate me, Pasta. I'm a Puffin. Woo. So what this is going to do, I'm not going to actually get too into it, but I got to read this thing, because if you know how phono preamps work, I spent 2 decades working with folks. I had good food. It's always forks. Work with folks to get better audio and happy customers is my goal. Please email me for assistance, blah, 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 blah. Quick start guide for best sound. Essentially, the RIA curve that has to be taken out of a record to make it more normalized as a sound is always done in the analog realm. And it's done through very specific circuits that could have been built in the 1940s and 50s, you know, the basic circuits just to bring the frequency response curve back up. And now in the modern age, at least we could design those with computers, you know, digital computers, and we can measure that your preamps are doing it absolutely correctly. But this son of a bitch says, fuck that. I'm going to undo the RIA curve digitally and make it tunable, so that you could have things that people already want, like warmth and everything. And then, you know, clean it up maybe. Maybe you don't want to have like low frequency hums, and maybe you don't want to have clicks and pops as far as relevant. Because once you put a digital processor in there, you could do a lot of things. So this takes the analog away from vinyl records. And I can't fucking wait, because I hope it sounds as good as I think it's going to sound, and doesn't add any negatives. You want to do bass boost or treble or bass adjustment, warmth, air. It's got a setting called air. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm allowing that. We have gain controls. We have volume. It'll adjust volume in 5 or 8 decibel increments, percent increments. It's gonna be glorious. High frequency filter, you can take out some of those murderous things. Low frequency filters from 5 to 400 hertz. It's got 10 different modes. Stereo mode, you can make it mono. We should have gotten into this a long time ago. It's got a de-rumble filter. It literally has a magic button. How insulting to audiophiles is that? I love it. This function gently lessens many of the small pops and clicks normally heard in vinyl playback. That's what the magic button does. Then there's FX, uses non-linear transfer functions of classic analog sounds, such as two very dominant second harmonics triode. This is a perfect phase load, balance out menu. These are all the menu instructions. The EQ. I don't ever like read over a manual, but I know every single sentence in this is going to piss off analog people. And I love it. I'm sorry, baby. I love it. This has never been a more perfect device for Zeos to showcase on his channel. Because here's the thing. Again, like I said, I like vinyl. I do enjoy, sit down, hey, let's listen to a record together. Let's fucking get some brandy out of my cabinet. We'll put on the fake fireplace or the real fireplace. I don't have a turntable up here, but this might make it happen. You want to know the most upset I've ever made Princess Pasta? The most upset. I told Dan this story today. Oh, look at you, baby. Look at you. The most upset I've ever made Princess Pasta was back in my old apartment. So she misses that place, but if I remind her of this story, she will probably go, you know what? Fuck that place. She wanted to listen to a record. We went to a record store and she wanted to listen to a record. And I had the record player, the turntable. If you remember my old review desk, it was to the right of my review desk. And so that was hooked up to the equipment on my desk. But there was no speakers in that room, really. We wanted to listen to the ohms in my living room, which is 20 feet that way. So I looked at the problem, and I deduced the solution was to take a Bluetooth sender and a Bluetooth receiver, which I used in streaming all the time, and put the Bluetooth sender on the external part of a preamp by the record player, and the Bluetooth receiver was in my living room on my Tascam to my front ohm Walshes, which also had a mini DSP controlling them. So there was a whole bunch of digital shit there, and it was just sent Bluetooth across and to the digital. It sounded fucking great. You could hear all the pops and clicks and cracks because it's just whatever is being sent over the Bluetooth via LDAC or aptX, shove it over. And I was enjoying the music. But she understood what was happening and the conversion from analog to digital. And I think she cried. I think it was half fake crying, but at the same time, her heart may have been just broken. Because it was no, but I listened to it and I was totally fine with it. In fact, the setup in the basement already has something like this going on. I have that $1,000 digital. It's got an analog to digital converter that I used to use in my home theater, made by the German company that made ADI, the ADI Army ADI 2, but not the one that has the headphone out, the one that's just used to convert things. So I had that $1,000 thing plugged in, balanced to the output of the IFI turntable, IFI fucking phono, Zen phono. And I actually converted it to fiber optic to bring it over so I could use it on my speakers because I was using a digital DAC down there to control my speakers. And so I thought that sounded perfectly fine too. So now this eliminates that process of eliminating it. It's a basic metal, actually a very nice, I thought it was plastic for a second, but it's a very nice metal box. Oh my God, the serial number of this is 1369. Perfect. I like the little rubber feet. There's our toss link out, a little screw next to it. No other features on the sides or back except for that. The top is this nice textured plastic. Our DC input, which is, by the way, 12 volt, 1 amp. So you could battery power this if you want. Here's your input RCAs, gold plated. Here's your output RCAs, gold plated. Here's your ground terminal, which you can plug what's it go into? Here's power. This is a digital jog shuttle. It's got the jog shuttle thing, so I'm calling it a jog shuttle. Got a digital jog shuttle here. Obviously that is enter. and that's power. So you probably have to hold it, turn it on, and then strip through menu, adjust, and enter in a menu. We'll find out. I'm not sure about this control scheme of one button. It's 2 buttons and a knob. By the way, 2 buttons and a knob, totally a bad name. It also came with a USB micro, and I don't see where that would even, like, there's no USB micro. So that's a question mark right there. Huh. Unless they all come with it. Maybe that's for reprogramming it, maybe taking it apart. Maybe you gotta like pull the sticker off here. I'm trying to feel into the sticker, hold on. Not sure. All right, so anyway, yeah, this is going to hopefully work as well at doing its job as I think it's going to do, and I will sell 1 million of them, and that will make 1 million other audiophiles who are stuck in the vinyl realm cry, but progress. Fucking progress. As opposed to prog rock. Okay, I'm putting this back in here, if I even can. I feel like I've stretched the box. Oh, I did bad. There we go. Oh, Puffin. Oh, Puffy. Oh, my little Puffy baby. I'm glad I sat down to do that. I felt like I needed that. That was like story time. Ooh, I did not notice this. There is an Allen key. Ooh, there's an Allen key for the main body. Now we're getting into some real audiophile shit. I'll keep that wire with it, even though I don't know the purpose. The tips for getting the little Puffin going, and our email correspondence I could probably throw away because I have a digital copy of that. That's an analog copy. Oh my God, you get it? They made an analog copy of an email and turned it into a real mail. So if these are the right speakers, because I unboxed them previously and they were the wrong speakers, if these are the right speakers, then that's great. If they're not the right speakers, I'm going to be sending them back to Amazon one more time. This is, by the way, Amazon's new packaging, which I'm all for saving on cardboard, so this is fine. Slightly thinner, like look at this box. It actually is open, like there's openings here. But they can make, it says, there's a whole thing, made to fit your order. Learn more at amazon.com/thisbox. Pasta, do you mind typing that out for people? Can you make an amazon.com/thisbox and make it an affiliate link? Because this way learning helps us actually pay the bills. So I'm all for this. It just means that I have to start saving. They're the correct ones, thank God. I just have to start saving other boxes that are not this, because it's not exactly like strong enough to reuse. Like I wouldn't ship something to Brazil in this box. This is definitely going to be a burn box. And you see how they make it? I was always wondering, like, when are they going to make a pack? Because all the times that they have to add packing material, like why can't they just wrap cardboard around it and seal the ends? And that's what that does. So these are Edifier MR4s. And I told a story on the first unboxing of them that a guy mentioned it in one of my comments of one of my videos once. He mentioned it once. It's nice enough. Like, hey, you should do the MR4. They are an amazing deal. They're better than the 1700 BT and stuff. Blah, 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 blah. They're great little speakers. You should try those. And as is my way when I'm getting paid on Patreon, I just bought them immediately. I later find out today, actually, yesterday, I'm going through my emails and like I missed a couple emails, and one of the emails was from Edifier saying, hey, you want to review our headphones? And then these, so I could have gotten them for free, but I'm gonna tell them I already bought them and that they can send me the headphones if they like. But anyway, back to that guy who is officially blocked from my channel, by the way, because asking me to get something once is fine. When you spam the pinned comment with the same thing about buy these 15 fucking times, you're out. I hit a button and your comments never show up on my YouTube channel again. Also, if you say anything negative about the cat, you're pretty much in that same category. So you ever want to be not visible, because it doesn't ban you. Like, you don't know on YouTube that you're blocked from a channel. You have to sign into another account to know that, because you would just go and you'd be like, haha, keep going, you fat piece of shit. And you type it and you see the comment and you laugh at it, but it doesn't show up for anybody else in the world. And it's the best system. It's the most passive aggressive system for taking care of spammers that YouTube has come up with. It's the one thing. It's like, let them keep posting. Let them think they're still posting, but they're shadow banned. So the guy who freaked out and 75 fucking, you're shadow banned from my channel. I'm sorry. I wouldn't even know how to find your name anymore. That was days and days and days ago. So these are the MR4 Edifiers. I really need to get back to that Edifier email and see if they want to sponsor me, because Edifier would do the thing. I have to ask Swan, I think, first, because Swan has a problem with Edifier. It's like bad blood. It's like Bloods and Crips. I don't know who's who, but one of them is the Bloods and one of them is the Crips. And I know the Swan president was like, fuck those Edifier people. They keep ripping off our designs. And then the Edifier people are just like, hey, speakers. And Edifier certainly reached out more into the world of like small, usable monitors. These are very white and very small with very, very sticking out speaker connectors. I don't know if I like that or not. I kind of hate that. Also the port. I just want to finger the port. It's tight in there. That is literally a thumb hole from a bowling ball. So it looks big, but it's only about as big as the tip of my thumb. Very pretty though. Like these are non-intrusive looking. Got that carbon fiber looking texture on the driver with the inverted cone, inverted dust cap, with a nice tweeter with a nice waveguide. So there's our passive unit. I need to get this tape. Hold on, let's just untape. Get out of there. Power plug. We've got low bass, BAS, because it's whatever high and hoot, HAUT, high and hoot, low bass. Both feel like analog, but are probably digital knobs with a detent to stop them. This one does not detent on 0 at all. This one's actually off, but it's detented there to stop. So you have RCA unbalanced inputs and you have TRS balanced inputs. These are going to start getting more and more popular. Even Gishelli Labs was on the phone with me the other day and he's like, I'm thinking about going with TRS balanced stuff, because everyone wants to keep their desk shit small. And I told him, look, I'm absolutely okay with balanced TRS because there's a lot of other units that have it now, as long as you either provide the adapters to go to XLR or offer them on your site so people know to get them. Because full-size XLRs is like great, but they're massive. And if you can do a small one, do it. JDS Labs has a new balanced amp coming out with that. A lot of the new topping stuff is that. So yeah, we got some nice little things to play with. We've got an auxiliary cable, a 3.5 to RCA cable, and raw speaker wire, little things, which fuck, am I gonna have to use those? The problem with this to push off to the left speaker is I don't think I could use good wire. I don't think I could use like a mica cable. So, I mean, at the price of these are like $130. At that price, I can kind of like okay with this. I have a $1,000 set of triangles in the basement. Who Triangle has sponsored some of my videos, but they have the same system. It's literally tinned wire that goes from one to the other. Luckily, I can, I'll leave those in there so I don't lose those. Luckily, I can use a banana plugged mica cable to connect them. It's just so much cleaner. I also dislike the fact this is attached. I never understood exactly how much money they saved by doing this, but it has to be an amount. Oh, I could actually just hook this up here. You know what? Do I have an extra turntable? I need to buy an extra. I need to have a second or third. I have a second turntable. I need like a third turntable. Something just floating around that I could just like hook up a little system like this in the corner over there. Rock out with my cock out. Anyway, that's the end of this unboxing. It's probably been like 25 minutes. I don't know. I woke up from a nap after some Polish bread. You want to see the bread? Well, I'll show you people the bread. Let me wash my hands first though, because I don't want to touch the bread after handling all the stuff. I don't want the E. coli. I'll do a real hand wash. Look, backs, tops. Do that thing where you jack off your thumbs and each finger you're getting that, like that soap in there. Oh yeah. Oh, and the soap smells good. And then I have this thing here. And then the best way to dry off your hands after you've done that is to just lop them off and leave them outside. Okay, no, we're not actually doing that. Where's the bread? Are you the bread? Oh, this is what's left of the big loaf. The big loaf was, this is like 28% of what's left of that big loaf. Look at the, oh, this Polish bread. Oh. It was so warm, they couldn't even cut it on their machine. I was like, can you cut it for us? And they, well, we can't cut it because it's too warm. It's like, oh. Positive, we are still on diets. Do not look at this because it's just like, oh, Bread. Just so good. So good. All right, enough of this unboxing. Thank you for the Polish bread, ladies. We bought so much ham and everything. It cost me $24. I love little delis, man. Okay. Thank you for clicking links. I'll see you all later. Go do some shit.